Emotions, joy, sadness, anger, love, fear, they define our experience of life. But have you ever wondered why we feel the way we do? Why does a song make us tear up? Or why does a kind word from a stranger lift our spirits? Today, we'll explore the philosophy of emotions and uncover why we really feel what we feel. Philosophers and psychologists have long debated the origin and purpose of emotions. Are they purely biological responses to stimuli, or do they reflect something deeper about our values, our experiences, and our understanding of the world? Ancient philosophers, like Aristotle, believe that emotions are closely tied to our judgments and beliefs. In other words, we don't just feel anger or fear. We interpret situations in ways that trigger these emotions. Modern psychology adds another layer. Neuroscience shows that emotions are the result of complex interactions between the brain, the body, and the environment. Chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin influence how we experience happiness, love, and attachment. But emotions are more than just biology, they are meaning in motion. They tell us something important about what we care about, what we value, and what we need. Take fear, for example. Fear isn't just a negative feeling. It's a signal that something matters to us. It protects us from harm, motivates caution, and helps us prepare for challenges. Sadness, too, is not simply a bad mood. It can lead to reflection, understanding, and empathy. Even emotions we often label as inconvenient or destructive, like jealousy or anger, contain hidden truths about our desires, boundaries, and self-awareness. Philosophers also argue that emotions are not just internal reactions. They are relational. They shape how we connect with others and understand our place in the world. Love, empathy, guilt, and shame all arise within social contexts, guiding our behavior and moral choices. When we feel joy for someone else's success or grief at their suffering, it reveals our capacity for connection and moral understanding. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Some modern philosophers suggest that emotions are not merely signals. They are forms of knowledge. They inform us about our priorities, our values, and even the meaning of our experiences. Feeling fear might teach us caution, while sadness might teach us the depth of what we care about. Happiness, when experienced fully, reflects alignment between our desires, actions, and values. Yet, our emotions are not always accurate. Cognitive biases, past experiences, and cultural norms shape how we interpret situations. Two people can experience the same event, say, losing a job, and feel entirely different emotions. One may feel despair, the other relief or even excitement. Our emotions are, in a sense, both deeply personal and socially influenced, revealing the intricate dance between the mind, body, and environment. So, how do we better understand and navigate our emotional world? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to your feelings without judgment. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What belief or value is this emotion revealing? Mindfulness and reflection can transform emotions from confusing or overwhelming forces into sources of insight and guidance. Second, embrace the complexity of emotions. Don't try to suppress sadness, anger, or fear. These feelings carry important messages. Instead, examine them, learn from them, and use them to guide your decisions. Philosophy teaches us that life isn't about eliminating discomfort, but understanding it, because in that understanding lies wisdom. Third, cultivate emotional literacy. Learn to name and articulate your emotions. Share them with others. When we communicate our feelings clearly, we deepen our relationships, enhance empathy, and create spaces for connection and understanding. Finally, remember that emotions are dynamic. They are not permanent states, but flowing experiences. Happiness, anger, grief, they ebb and flow, teaching us about resilience, adaptation, and the impermanent nature of life. By observing emotions with curiosity rather than fear, we allow them to guide us rather than control us. The philosophy of emotions teaches us that to understand why we feel what we feel, we must look at the intersection of biology, mind, values, and social context. Emotions are not random. They're messages, insights, and reflections of our deepest selves. So next time you feel joy, sadness, anger, or love, pause and consider, what is this emotion telling me about who I am, what I value, and how I connect with the world? By exploring the philosophy of emotions, we don't just understand ourselves better, we understand what it truly means to be human. If you found this video insightful, please subscribe for more content where psychology meets philosophy. And take a moment today to notice one emotion deeply, what it reveals, what it teaches, and how it shapes your life.